Well, that truly sucks. I just recorded some 15 minutes or so, and then I accidentally managed to delete the files when I was transferring them onto my computer. So this one's going to be a real quick one. I guess nothing too important was said. I did feel good about the last one though. It felt very in flow. I'm feeling more comfortable. Look at this, I'm even in a crouched position. I mean, that's something I'm always on the floor. My desk is actually about a foot off the floor, and I sit or crouch at my desk. It's definitely the way to go. It was really hard at first actually, because I was working like 8-hour days, and I decided, alright, I'm getting rid of chairs and I'm going to the floor, and it was quite painful on my knees, but I'm pretty happy now. I'm definitely much more comfortable. Like, I'd like to be able to just rest in a squat, but it's quite spicy still. But yeah, definitely happy to have gotten rid of chairs. Even now, actually sitting in chairs, I get very uncomfortable very quickly. I think the issue really is that you just don't want to be in one position for too long, and so that's why, like, going from a chair to a standing desk is not actually solving the problem at all, because you're just spending all day in a standing position rather than sitting position, where when you're on the floor it's like kind of always changing. Anytime you get comfortable, you sit in a new position. And yeah, I like use a block sometimes. Got a bolster. I'm moving away from that actually. I'm not liking it so much anymore. Excuse me. Yeah, so today I am recording with a microphone, a little field recorder, which I've had for years. I used to use it for music projects. Don't know how it's going to go. Actually, I had several issues in the first video. It cut out like 3 or 4 times, and I ended up getting the first time around I listened back to a snippet, and there was lots of noise, so I had the mic up too loud, and then then it kept cutting out, so I removed the microphone, but that wasn't the issue. Changed the battery, seemed to solve it, but yeah, it was pretty... I liked it actually. I'm sad that it's gone, because that's what I truly love about this project, is that it's me learning in real time. And actually I talked about this in the other one that got lost, was that I'm actually wanting to start doing some things that are more structured, and I really think that is helpful. Well, I love this project because I can just talk about random stupid stuff. Does not matter. That's part of the parameters of what I'm letting this project be, and it's all about just freeing up my expression, and doesn't matter if I'm not talking about anything important. And I love that today I want to add in some a microphone, because I was noticing the sound quality wasn't too good. And then, I love the idea that the first time was horrible. I got the mic wrong, and then I haven't listened to it on its current settings, so maybe it's still wrong. Who knows, maybe there's no sound recording at all. It's just me making hand gestures. And but yeah, I love that this is kind of an iterative process, and I've never really seen this before. I probably wouldn't watch it anyway, it's not that interesting, but someone who's just figuring it out on camera as they go. What's the other interesting thing that I was talking about? I did talk about myself sitting on the floor. Oh yeah, I also talked about how I smell a little bit. Smell like yeasty, and I've been working on creating these brews of organic fertilizers, which it's like a lactobacillus bacteria colony which feeds on molasses, and then I've got these big 5-litre glass containers which like ferments in, and I feel like a bit of a mad scientist because I'll go and shake them up to stop any mold or anything forming on the surface, and I was shaking it yesterday, and the pressure, because it's fermenting, the fermentation releases gases, and as I'm shaking it, the pressure is building up and the lid explodes off and it explodes my face. And the sort of classic mad scientist trope where they're like mixing things in a beaker and all of a sudden explodes in their face, and yeah, that's exactly what happened. Now I kind of smell of it. I actually kind of like the smell, but it is a bit funky. And then the sort of goal with that is that I'm going to set up a market stall in my local town, and the market stall is, sure, that it's nice to have, but I am sort of on this journey of sitting here in front of a camera and freeing up my expression by talking to no one. But I'm also starting an improv class this weekend, which is going to be weekly, and that I see that as being a really good opportunity for me to free up my expression. And then the markets as well, as I've always sort of seen myself as being rather socially inept, and while I don't think that's totally true, the narrative has definitely informed how I act in social settings. And so if I'm at a market stall and chatting to lots of people, and I just have the dream of being very much embedded in the community that I live in, and that's been a struggle because I don't want to talk to anyone because I just feel so uncomfortable a lot of the time. I'll go home and I'll repeat all the things that I said in my head ad nauseum until I've picked them all apart and feel horrible because And so, yeah, I'm seeing this as an opportunity for me to engage socially and develop that skill. So I might just end it here. This one wasn't as fun as the first one. I guess I'm a bit frustrated because I pressed Ctrl-Z and it deleted them from the SD card and from the external drive that I had them on. Both. I made like a copy, don't know, whatever. I guess it's also part of the process. Sound was bad, mistakes are made, all recorded for your enjoyment or for my posterity. Ugh.